Hey YouTube, coming at you with my first Fossil Cup team, and this team actually took me, I actually tried a couple other teams that did not work before I got to this one, and basically this one is Poliwrath, because Poliwrath was on 95% of teams I played today, so it's pretty, yeah, like it's 22 out of 20, or 23 out of 25 teams, like it was just, it was everywhere, so just build for that in the future, and one of the ways I built for that was Lantern, and I think Lantern is almost a must in this meta. Waters are so dominant in this meta, and then Poliwrath is on every team. So dominant water plus an answer to Poliwrath is Lantern. Pretty straightforward. Reggie is obviously not an answer to Poliwrath, but if you're going to be double weak to grass in the back, and there are a couple with Ferrothorn and stuff, you need to have an answer to grass, and Steel's the best, and Registeel provides you at least a Zap Cannon to throw at Poliwrath. So that was the thought process. Let's take a look at it in the action. We have a Berserker, which has access to close combat. So I'm shielding, assuming that they're going to close combat and bail, and they freaking trailblaze me. So brutal start here. I'll get a I'll get a Zap Focus Blast off, so this will grab a shield right back. But now I'm in trouble, so I'm going to instant swap because I don't want to just stay in and just have them go to 2 close combats already boosted. So I'm like, okay, let's go here. So I come in here, they close combat me, which hurts, and then here comes Jellicent. So Jellicent's another good answer to Poliwrath. I saw it a few, sorry, my something's going on with my throat. I saw Jellicent as an answer to Poliwrath a bunch of times, and Lantern deals with that too. So I think Lantern is going to be like a top, if it's not already starting to show up, it will show up because people will eventually watch my video or just kind of realize for themselves with the meta the way it is, and everyone trying to answer Poliwrath and some answers to Poliwrath also being weak to Lantern, it just makes sense to go with Lantern. So getting the second Zap Cannon off on the Jellicent here, they double shield, so I will instant swap into Lantern. I've already got 2 Zap Cannons off. I think 1 lowered the attack at least, so taking that Shadow Ball. Out comes their Lantern, so I'm ahead on energy, and ahead on a shield, but behind on Pokemon. So get the Thunderbolt off. I have to shield because basically it would just put me in like bait, like spark range if I let that go. So I have to shield. Get to the Thunderbolt. It is not quite enough to take out. I do spark down. I think they get a Surf off here. Yeah, so I spark down. Okay, no Surf, got enough there. And Berserker comes in, and I have a move, and they are out of here. Escav, so bad lead into Poliwrath as a safe swap. And hello Lantern. So, wow, I'm so creative. Okay. Yeah, there's there's 10 Pokemon in this meta. Like, what are you supposed to do? And I don't know if you're going to see it yet, but you see that spinning ball in the top left corner? Every single match today. It was just the amount of lag, and I'm state of the ending for Dan Rant. I'm very close to pulling a Zionic who said that he's quitting GBL. Like, yeah, we'll talk about it at the ending. So take a Thunderbolt, going for the aggressive farm down. I do take a Surf here, which is okay because I will take this out and come out with some bunch of energy. And it is a Mantine, so they are just sacrificing the Mantine because they want to just try and go 2 shield Escav, which is not a bad idea. So there goes the Mantine. Here comes Escav. Mantine, another answer to Poliwrath, right? So people know Poliwrath is everywhere. I grabbed a shield, and then once I grabbed that shield, I figured the win con was then Reggie just getting 2 Focus Blasts off, because it's not like they can reset on anything. Or like try and catch, sorry. So it's not like they can try and catch. So if I figured that if I could just go double Focus Blast, I can win here. Now, they already baited me, which means that they're going to be able to get to a move here. But if I force them to throw the drill run, they are now dry because they had to dump their energy. And as you're going to see here, Lanturns 0, 13, 11 IVs coming in clutch here, living with 1 HP to get that Surf off for the win. Really close matchup. Hello, Jellicent. So, have we learned anything? Whiscash, coming with Poliwrath here. Have we learned anything yet? Poliwrath, Lantern, Jellicent, Plus. Welcome to Fossil Cup. On with Ultra League. Great. Okay, I promise I won't just be so negative for 18 minutes of these battles. I'll save that till the ending of the video. So they get off a Mud Bomb. We end up going to get CMP here, and I get another Icy Wind off, which would be enough to take him out and keep Switch, which is, again, I don't need Switch because I have Registeel and Lantern. My Switch clock just came up, but might as well just lower the attack and just align with Registeel because we don't know what's in the back yet. It could be like a counter user. It could be something else. It could be Magcargo. This is the one and only Magcargo I saw today. And again, Magcargo is very, very risky to run. High risk, high reward. Whereas there are Ferrothorns. So if you see a Ferrothorn, you can just light it up. But man, I saw like 22 Poliwraths and 10 Jellicents and a bunch of Lanturns. So it's, yeah, a little trickier to run this Pokemon right now. So they're also double weak to water because they're half fire, half rock. So this will take them out unless they shield. So they shield and then they try to snipe with Jellicent. And I end up shielding, banking the Surf, and taking the move here. But as you're going to see, Registeel is just so tanky that even with the Shadow Ball, get a little bit of extra energy. Zap Cannon take this out. They will not be able to incinerate me down before I get to a Focus Blast. And that's just sort of the ridiculous of Reggie and the lock on. So lock on, Focus Blast for the win here. Take them out. Registeel into Poliwrath. Okay, so I saw it on the lead a bunch of times too with this team. The first time, I was stupid. Like if I was a subscriber right now, I would stop the battle and be saying, "What are you doing? You cannot come in with your hardest answer to Poliwrath immediately because they're gonna have an answer for that in the back, and they do, a Ferrothorn." So I just lost the matchup immediately. So that's stupid. You're stupid. Okay, that's what I would say if it was a subscriber. So yeah, you can't do what I just did there. So I'm gonna lose this matchup. You will see many more Poliwrath leads into Registeel. And what I actually do is just stay in that matchup and get a Zap Cannon off. I take a I think 2 or 3 times I played the matchup. I take the Dynamic Punch and I get a Zap Cannon. I live with like 1 HP and I get a Zap Cannon off, and then I get shield advantage, and then I go Lantern after I get taken out. So you'll see that coming up. That's what you should do. Do not go into Lantern. That's not a good play. So they Icy Wind me. I will Dynamic Punch them. Not enough to take out. And unfortunately with the Icy Wind, I cannot take them out before they get another move off. 2 times lowered. Out comes a Jellicent, and this meta is going to get steel real quick. So this game is over. They can just farm. Just know that they do not have to worry about shielding up anything because everything is resisted. Jellicent. So you're going to see Poliwraths, you're going to see Jellicents, and you're going to see Lanturns. And then you're going to see Ferrothorns to deal with the Jellicent and the thing. So you're going to probably see Poliwrath. You're just going to see triple anti Poliwrath teams. Or you're going to see the Poliwrath Ferrothorn core a lot. There you go. Build accordingly. Okay, let's play this one a little differently. Let's stay in this matchup. Yes, you're taking super effective counters. Yes, everyone is running Dynamic Punch now because that's the recommended movesets. So you will be hit hard. I do live, like I said, 1 HP. So I get the Zap Cannon off. Every single time I did this, I grabbed the shield every single time. And then I can get into the Lantern. So sometimes I shield up the Dynamic Punch. Sometimes I don't. This time I do shield up the Dynamic Punch. So I'll farm up probably a little more here to make sure I come out with a little bit of energy here. I would be surprised if they double shield their Poliwrath on the lead. So this is probably going to land and take them out. What do they got? They have their own Lanturn. So I'm going to get this Thunderbolt off. Try to get them to dump their energy on me. Take this Thunderbolt. And then I'll probably try and instant swap to Poliwrath. Or I'll stay in and try and get another Thunderbolt off and grab a shield or take it out. Okay. Do live, so grab the last shield or take it out. Do take it out in the ending, and it is now an Escav. So now, that was quick, which means this is Aerial Ace, which is unfortunate. So now I just need to shield immediately because I need to lower their attack before I get hit with a super effective move. So I lower their attack with the Icy Wind. Counters are neutral because they're half steel, because counters are going to hit everything in this meta except Jellicent, which is why you're going to see a lot of Jellicents. And then the Aerial Ace comes in, but I've already lowered their attack. Get to the Icy Wind for the win. Okay, we'll play this the exact same way. And I'm not joking when I say it. I've had this lead matchup like 6 times. Which is why, what am I running now? I've only played like 1 match, but it's got Fairthorn on it. It's like a team like Triple Weak to Fire. Escav, Fairthorn, and Lanturn, I think. I think that's the team I'm running right now. Just like to have a bunch of answers. Togedemaru has a Wild Charge, a Shield, they bait, and then they can get to the Wild Charge and take me out. So I will go down here. I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to make it till the end of this video commenting on these videos, on these battles, because they were brutal with just the limited meta and the spinning ball constantly. So maybe with a few minutes left in the battles, I'll just get into my rants a bit early. So they grabbed all my shields. Out comes the Poliwrath. I'm loaded with energy. They'll probably just sacrifice this and go 1 shield with advantage, whatever's in the back here. That's exactly what they do, and that one is Registeel. So this game is over because there is no way I can take this out when they have a shield and I'm already down health. So Focus Blast may not take me out, but if it does, then it's going to put me in like the deep red. And at this point, they're definitely going to get to another move before I do. So I try and bait, and they let it go, assuming that they're going to live a Thunderbolt anyways. So, okay, game over. I don't even know why I'm sick. What the heck? Okay, Fairthorn, good lead. Lanturn, Water Gun Lanturn. So once I saw Water Gun Lanturn, I probably should have come in my Lanturn right away because I just have such an advantage with Spark versus Water Gun. But I also say in all of my other videos, if you want to ensure you're going to take Switch, you do this. You chip it and then get into the match just to ensure you keep Switch, or you grab a shield and then ensure you keep Switch by going in after, right? So grab that shield or do damage, and then you can very easily take Switch here. I do take it out quickly, not necessary, but okay, here we are. I'll try and chip this. Not that it matters because 1 Focus Blast will take it out, but you know, if they reset if they get into something else, maybe I could counter it down if it's low enough. So it's not like this chip is insignificant. Our Switch clocks are desynced though, but I'm not going to wait for some reason. Okay. And I assume this is Thunder, which is why I'm shielding here, because I don't know what's in the back yet. And it's a Jellicent. And those, I was going to say those keeping track at home what the score is. I don't know what the score is, but it's a lot of friggin' Jellicents. And now down a shield. Maybe I should, well, even if I took that Thunder, doesn't matter. Like I would have been taken out by now and then. Get this on off. Hopefully they don't shield, and they do shield, so this game is over. I try and catch, maybe thinking like maybe if I keep this alive, I can get to the Zap Cannon and take this out. I'm starting to think I did get to the Zap Cannon and take this out. Part of me thinks I won this. Because because I remember the Ferrothorn coming back in here, and I get the Icy Wind off. Not enough to take it out, but enough to get it to lock on range. I remember this. Enough to get it to lock on range, and enough to get enough energy that I get to the Zap Cannon here to take it out. So overcoming that one with the perfect amount of farm on the Reggie to take that out. Okay, there's only 4 minutes left. You guys know how this plays out. Okay, let's talk GBL. It's not a surprise that there's a bunch of content creators over the years that have quit GBL. Someone mentioned like Tho technical on my and then like Zionic on Twitter said that he's gonna make a video saying soon that he's not gonna be playing GBL anymore and he's gonna quit making videos. Someone on my video Thursday, I had done like 4 viewer submitted videos in a row, and people are like, and someone commented, I don't like these as much as yours. Why aren't we showcasing your battles? And the reason I wasn't showcasing my battles is because I have done 2 sets over the last 4 days, and I could not care less. Not hitting Legend last season was the best thing to happen to me from a GBL perspective, because now I don't have that. There's a lot on like keeping on 16 straight Legend season. There was a lot on my shoulders trying to keep that alive in a game that I otherwise don't like anymore. And again, this is not new stuff why I don't like it. It's the constant lag, the spinning. I've had again spinning ball. Look at the spinning ball of death. Like every single game was a spinning ball of death, and it affected it multiple games today. This meta, this is a terrible Fossil Cup meta. This is not new. We've had this before. It is a terrible meta. 3 typings, 3 typing subs. Anything that's not open is terrible meta. Or like remixes. There's a couple others that are passable, but they do a lot of these like 1, 2, 3 typing metas where 5 Pokemon dominate. Poliwrath, Jellicent, Lantern so far, Ferrothorn. So you had limited cups, which are bad metas. You have no updates to the game. You have constant bugs. And we're now in like season 18 or 19 of this happening every single season. And people are like, a lot of people complain online about like the state of the game and everything. And a lot of people have said this, and it's very true. If this did not have the Pokemon name attached to this, a lot of us would not be playing this game, right? Let's be honest here. A lot of us are playing the game because we like Pokemon, not because this game provides great value for us. Like, again, there's like ignoring the community aspect and everything, but it's not like this game provides amazing overall value. Like, think objectively, think of the concept. You're on your phone catching little monsters, of which there's very few new little monsters around. So you're catching monsters that you have caught for the past 6 years, and sometimes just keeping them in your storage to look at, other times trying to battle with them in a broken battling system. That's this game. So if you look at it objectively, it's like, why are you playing this game? Right? It's like there's so many other again, I'm not even a gamer. But not only there's probably a lot of other better games in general, there's probably even just a lot better Pokemon games to play. Yet I think it's between like FOMO for people who've been playing since like 2016, and those who just like the community because they built a community since 2016 or whatever, and just like having invested people so much time and money into this game, they can't give it up when objectively there's not a lot to entice people to keep playing. And Poke Daxi just made another video on like, what do you do when the game gets stale? Because this is like the second time he's gotten stale, and he's been playing like not even since like 2016, 2018 when I started. He's played like 2020, 4 years. So people who've been in here longer, of course, this game is getting like it's on its last legs. And you see it in the YouTube community. Like I said, and for those of you who watched my New York vlog and follow up on that, and maybe one of like the conversations I had after, all the top content creators, except for Brandon Tan, who actually just seems to still love this game, all the top content creators do not like this game anymore. And they have said it. They won't say it on screen, but they've said it behind the scenes. Billy, like the trainer club, Mystic's more obvious. Mystic 7, more obvious with him. Nick, trainer tips. They all hate this game right now, and they do not want to play it. Some of them, like trainer tips, just posts like way less video, and he's doing his own thing. Mystic has gone to like Mystic Rips. You've probably seen more like Billy trying to get into more like the healthy stuff if you've seen on his like Twitter and promotion lately, because he's trying to like, don't get off your one moneymaker boat until your foot is into another one. Like every single top content creator, Zoe, like if you watched Zoe's interview with Daxi, like she voices her frustrations about the continued issue. She likes the game, like she still likes it overall, but she's still like want to do other stuff. But again, it's tough for these content creators to just like give up a revenue source. And some of these guys, like I've got a real job, but some of these, this is their life, right? So all that to say, I don't care about this game anymore. Like I'm not, if I don't hit legend again, I do not care. I'll still may try and push to legend, but like I said, we're 4 weeks left in the season, and I played sets today because I wanted to put out a video, and I'll finish all my sets today because I want to put out videos for you guys. But last week when I had videos from you guys, I had no desire to play, and I did not miss it 1 second. So we'll see. I'll see what happens in September. The World Pokemon Championship is in like August, and September should be a meta shakeup. Should be. That's when we're expecting huge move updates to change this meta. So we'll see what those are. And then we'll see if it's enough to draw interest back in this game. But again, until they fix these issues, it still won't matter. You can get a new cool meta, but it won't matter because metas get stale quickly anyways. And then if the issues persist, it's just frustration. Anyways, that's my little rant for the day. That is it. An Ultra League team submitted earlier. So it's Ultra League this week and Fantasy and Fossil Cup. So yeah, please submit some videos because I do not have much. People seem to be liking the and I'm gonna keep those because I think it's because it branches out more to what's going on into the main game instead of just GBL. So like the weekly. So I just covered the Get Ready to Adventure Week, but they've also announced 2 others. So one is a Adventure Week taking over. So it's a rocket event starting on Thursday. So like Wednesday afternoon, that's an easy video for me to do, talking about the event in Shadow Cresselia and Shadow Lugia and all these other events. So I'll cover that there. And they've already announced celebrate the World Championship in Pokemon Go. So I think there was an event, Friday, August 16th to August, right? So there's a video when I'm gone too. So Thursday, August 15th, I'll put out a video looking at the 2024 Pokemon Championship. So it's like I think covering these events are very useful for multiple perspectives. One, it's not putting out 14 teams. I get one less team I have to worry about. It's covering main parts of the game, so maybe getting other Pokemon in, people to view, and it actually gives people, oh, if I'm going to do this event, what do I actually need to focus on if I want to play GBL? So I think it's like a win-win-win. So we're going to keep doing those moving forward. But that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.